My name is Monica Gleberman, and you're listening to Silence on Set podcast. On today's podcast, we're talking to the cast of Gossip Girl, who's returning for its second season on HBO Max. For this season, we're entering its second semester of junior year, and Gossip Girl is leaving no stone unturned in her effort to control the scandalous lives or spin the scandalous lives of Manhattan's elite. She's learned a thing or two from her first go-around, namely what her audience wants, they shall get. It's time for her to turn the heat on what's been simmering, as well as look at her own impact on how she can make it more catastrophic than ever before. So to talk about what fans can expect for this upcoming season, here's Grace, Duah, Savannah Lee Smith, and Whitney Peak. I wanted to know if you guys can give us a little update as to where your characters were when we ended, which was very crazy of a finale. And then for this season, what fans can look forward to as to where you guys are now. There's been a little bit of time has passed, and in episode 1, we're kind of a little further along getting to know everybody.
Yeah, so we ended off screaming Tarantino outside of a car. And I think, like, in my mindset, leaving with Zoya, it's just about like, oh, this is a new friend, like let's see where it takes us. And I think where you pick up is a girl navigating her first real friendship. I don't think Shan has ever had a real friend, and because of that, something she's really good at and something she's really bad at, and it's her trying to navigate this new found emotion. She's been an outcast her whole life, but that was by choice. So this new friendship it's different and it's stressful and it's sometimes overwhelming, but all really positive outcomes.
Yeah, I think it's kind of the same thing. I think we just see Zoya almost say goodbye to another life that she might have tried to fit into, and go on this adventure with Shan. And through the entire season, we just kind of see her continue to develop her own character, fully of her own grit and uninspired by her sister or her family, or any expectations that any kids or any of the friends might have to offer. It's just kind of her and Shan on this kind of adventure, and both of them are just going through certain experiences and they just get to lean on each other, and sometimes it's them going against each other, but that's okay because we eventually get it in the end. It's fine. But yeah, just definitely a bit of a renaissance, like a homecoming for Zoya.
Yeah, we ended season 1 with her kind of having an epiphany. She got fed up with Julien not doing well and not listening to her. Even, she was upset that she was putting in so much effort and work, and, it wasn't working out. So she had an epiphany. Why can't I do it? So then we directly, it's kind of like just a direct continuation. Season 2 starts with her, starting to try to take the crown and establish, a real sense of power throughout Constance.
What does it feel like too? You're on a diverse cast, you're women, you're paying strong, powerful women, all in different ways, all crazy, but in good ways. So what is that like for all of you, for fans to watch?
I get to be the person that I used to look up to on TV. Like, I definitely had Black actresses that I'd be like, I want to be like her, and now I get to be her. So that is like, something I sleep a lot easier at night anytime I remember that.
Exactly that. Couldn't have said it better.
Yeah, I mean, it's same. It's awesome for me. I love it. I love, being part of representation. It's important, especially because she's gay.
They allow the 3 of our characters to be, despite us all being Black women. I think you don't see that enough on TV, where one Black person has to represent everybody, but it's like all 3 characters are so different, and like you can't take away somebody's Blackness. We were born Black, we're going to die Black, and so it's so fun that we get to explore things outside of our Blackness, and we aren't defined by it, rather we're empowered by it.
Next up is Emily Alyn Lind, Evan Mock, and Thomas Doherty. I want to start off with, we saw kind of a little bit of a love triangle-ish thing with you guys at the end of the season. We start off the season with, I think it's a full-fledged relationship. So what was that like for the 3 of you as actors to come together and play these roles and do that transition from where we left you guys to where we see you guys starting off this season?
It's really fun to leave off the season with like a major shift in story, and it's exciting for an actor to kind of develop another storyline, I guess, another character arc. So coming into season 2, there's the whole energy and the dynamic is entirely different, and the way that Max is viewing the world and is existing in the world is different to how he was prior, and he's a lot more open and he's a lot more kind of susceptible to danger as he might see it, because he's not used to it. But there's also the prospect of excitement, of this real genuine connection that he's sought after, that he might not have known. And yeah, we just follow that, the trials and tribulations of what it is to be in a throuple when you're 17.
I would say that it kind of makes sense, right? Like, it's our way of kind of coming out of the closet, coming into a poly relationship. I just feel like in the beginning of, like, in the first season, it was just that we were like hooking up. There's just kind of like sex and, like, you know, and then this season it's like we're kind of in a full-fledged relationship, so the fear of kind of coming out to the world, that being ruined in any sense either, would like be scary for anyone, I guess. So that's what I'd say. I think it's just like navigating what that looks like.
I feel like it was natural because we obviously knew a little bit of what we were going to get into on the second season as we finished the first, but we did learn a lot about it as we were reading the scripts and just kind of doing it day by day. It was a learning experience, and I've never been in a triad before in real life, so it was just a lot of information, new information.
I love the relationship between you guys. Obviously, it must be easy because you guys are all kind of, you know, jokesters and having fun with each other. But I love that this is kind of groundbreaking because we haven't seen a relationship like this pretty much in any television show that I've watched, especially with a younger generation. And this is a reality for a lot of kids that are younger that are going through that. So to go through the process of it and not make it just like, yeah, we're great, bam, overnight, our friends accept us, we're out, we're just doing everything. What was that like for you guys? Was there a responsibility in terms of how you wanted to portray it? Did you feel pressure? And like, what can fans kind of expect this season as it develops?
I think it's really important to like be as honestly and truthfully representative of these circumstances and these communities and these preferences that people have, and to not glorify it or to like caricature cliched way, but to like honestly do it. And it's really special because I think that's what this new Gossip Girl does. It shows diversity and it allows people, and amazingly younger people, see themselves and feel represented, and that's really special.
I was learning so much as we were filming. I think it was really important to be as honest as you possibly could, and also just to, you know, be respectful of everyone and kind of learn with them. It was a lot, but it was interesting.
I think it's really important that whether or not, you know, like you're interested in like this idea of a triad poly relationship, I think it's also really important, or just to like, you know, show the vulnerabilities and show like young people especially kind of going through this, and it's not really a choice, it just naturally happens, you know, like with anything or any, you know, sexuality, it's there, and you just kind of like thinking with your heart instead of your head, and just kind of just showing like viewers that this is a thing, like this is normal, and normalizing it in the sense of being vulnerable and being like young and starting from the beginning, which was the last season, which is like, you know, the whole sex part, and now we're at the part where it's like real and it feels like we know these people, and so it feels more genuine, you know.
Hope you guys enjoyed listening to the cast of Gossip Girl talk about what fans can expect for its upcoming season 2. The show will premiere Thursday, December 1st, with 2 episodes on HBO Max, followed by 1 episode weekly through to late January. So make sure you go and check it out. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you're updated on all of our latest podcasts. Head over to our YouTube channel, hit subscribe so you're updated on all of our video content.